Good morning, good evening, Megan Mitchell. It is December 16th here, and I wanted to congratulate everyone on over 500,000 of us individuals registering with Victory with Ash. That is an incredible milestone. And a few days ago, I posted about always being on the lookout for wonder. And I can't think of anything more wonderful than the first snow of the season. If you are someone who lives in an area that doesn't receive snow, maybe you've never experienced that, or maybe you have. Here in the Midwest in the US, we experience all kinds of seasons. It can be 60 degrees one day and freezing the next, which can be a little bit difficult when you're trying to figure out how to dress. But snow is something that no matter how old you get, it is always somewhat magical. As a little girl, I remember when I would be outside and the snow would be falling, and every once in a while you would get a snowflake that was large enough that you could see all the facets and all of the different little magical parts of that snowflake. You know, snowflakes are, from what I'm aware of, unique, completely unique. I have read that there could be possibly more than one that is alike or similar, but that's one of the things we say, is that snowflakes are individual and unique. And that is exactly what we have in Victory with Ash. We have over 500,000 individuals. And I want to say that that is your power. Your power is in your uniqueness and in your individuality. You know, it's easy to be caught up in trying to compete with others and trying to, imagine that you don't have what it takes to be successful. But the fact that you have a completely unique set of skills, a combination of talents that nobody else in this world has, that's your power. And you're not going to be able to be successful with that unless you show the world your power. You show the world your uniqueness. You know, snowflakes are often not visible unless we have a magnifying glass. You know, to the naked eye, we can't see them. And that's a little bit like what we have with people. If you don't show yourself, if you don't allow the light to shine on you, you know, snowflakes are clear, and it's the light. I researched a little bit. It's the light that allows us to see the facets. So you have to put yourself out there and allow others to see your uniqueness. I know you think that sometimes we're a little shy, we're a little bit hesitant to let the world see us, but that's exactly what we need to do in order for us to be successful. When we talk about snow, we often talk about it in terms of accumulation. What's accumulation? Well, how much are we going to get? Are we going to get a few inches? Are we going to get 6 inches? We have to have the right circumstances, the right set of conditions in order for snow to accumulate. And Ash is setting up the right conditions for us. We have to be willing to take the steps to allow it to accumulate. It's interesting, one snowflake can't really do a lot, but all of the snowflakes that fall together creates a massive effect. We call it the snowball effect. So 500,000 people can do massive, massive things. You have to be willing to allow others to see your unique individual set of characteristics. I recently came across a couple of artists who do jewelry with real snowflakes. They put them in resin. The conditions have to be just right to collect the snowflake, but they suspend them in resin and preserve that beautiful formation. And it was just incredible. I believe one of them was Delhi. I believe the first name was Delhi. Danielle Violet is another one. You would have to look them up, but they are absolutely magical, and each individual person is the same way. You are magical. You just have to find that lane that you need to be in, or that you want to be in, to sort of magnify yourself. So think about that. When we build a snowman, we have to get a little bit of momentum together. And that's exactly what we're doing in Victory with Ash. We're gathering momentum. We're collecting all the snowflakes, these individual snowflakes, which is exactly what you are. Magical and wonderful in your own way. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there and realize that all of your individual actions, all of the small things that you do, that's the accumulation. You know, Ash talks about, he's recently posted about the things that we need to do, that we can't dabble, we can't just show up sometimes. We have to show up all the time. We are accumulating massive effects little by little, and that's what you have to do in your own life, is accumulate those little steps consistently to make massive effects. We traveled when I was little out to Colorado almost every summer, and it was incredible how the roads would be carved through. They plowed through an entire wall of snow, and we are plowing through a wall per se. We are building up this massive effect. So start building today, whether it's something little like making a post, support a friend, share someone else's post, tell a friend about Victory with Ash. Little things. Find your little small way each day to accumulate with this community. I hope you find this inspirational. I hope you are blessed today. Enjoy.